It's time for a quick save. This time, we're sprinkling a little magic into our cozy farming sim RPG with Fields of Mistria. Even though the game is still in early access, I've put almost 200 hours into it, and I have to say, it is a satisfying and addictive experience already. Very addictive. Like with Stardew Valley, which I covered in the last quick save, I've already started multiple farms. Bringing up Stardew Valley may be a good place to start, as it's a primary criticism I've seen against Mistria, its similarities to Stardew Valley. But the devs have been incredibly open about the influence Stardew Valley had on this game, while also making it their own, just as Concerned Ape did with Harvest Moon when making Stardew Valley. There are many things Mistria does that feel like updates to certain features in Stardew. I also think that while many farming sim staples existed before Stardew Valley, it became such a towering monolith in the farming sim genre that many gameplay elements were cemented as genre mainstays and expected aspects of a farming sim or cozy game experience. So it's less following one game's formula and more adhering to genre tropes while putting their own spin on things. For me, I think Fields of Mistria achieves its goal very well. It is a unique adventure that still feels like a snug fit for fans of other farming sims. I've played the two games in tandem for almost 2 years since Mistria went into early access. I feel spoiled as a gamer to have found a second game that I loved as much as Stardew Valley. This is also a good place to talk about the devs and how they have handled the early access process. This is the first game in recent memory that I've played in early access, and I am impressed with the devs' transparency with their player base. Even that first early access release felt like a complete game. I think I put over 50 hours in. But to continue to get new updates and content when I only paid less than $15 at the outset, that feels like a dream. The experience of watching the game flourish to life piece by piece in real time has been amazing. A roadmap is posted to the game's website to keep players up to date. Every time a new update drops, I find myself eager to get to my computer after work and throw myself back into Mistria once more, with so many new things to explore and do. I hope when the game moves out of early access with its 1.0 update, the devs can take a victory lap and a nice long rest. Their hard work and love for this game shows in every part of it. And maybe by that point, I will have finally found the Tide salad recipe. So I talked a lot about the development, but what is Fields of Mistria? Mistria is a town in distress after a natural disaster. The children of the local baron and baroness are seeking to revitalize their town and improve its standing in their parents' absence. So they entice a local adventurer to take over an abandoned farm and help them with various tasks. When that adventurer, your customizable character, arrives, they find the town and the farm in rough shape. The baron's son Aelin greets you warmly, while the workaholic de facto town leader Adeline rushes to get your new home ready. It's clear they are grateful to have you. The next day, things get started right away, as you are encouraged to familiarize yourself with the town and your neighbors. Through these interactions, you'll also gain access to quests large and small. The larger main story quests will lead you to developments that will help you learn the game, gain new equipment, begin to rebuild the town, and advance the story. Your smaller quests will often come in the form of letters or posts on the town's bulletin board. Taking on these quests not only grants you Tesserae, the game's currency, also renown, which will raise the town rank and unlock new aspects of the game. You will also begin to communicate with the strange dragon statue in your yard. What secrets does it hold? There is much to do in Fields of Mistria. Farming, fishing, tending animals, crafting, exploring the mines when they open up, and so much more. The mines also play a major role in expanding the game's story. They are how we come to learn more of the dragon watching over Mistria, the dragon priestess, and the magic that pervades this world. In fact, one interesting addition to Mistria is that your character is granted the ability to use magic. These spells can help with things like farming or surviving the harsh mines. There is also the relationship aspect. There are many characters your character can befriend and a few they can romance. But I think my favorite aspect of the characters in this game may be Friday nights at the inn. Every Friday night, the residents of Mistria gather and play games like A Legally Distinct Dungeons & Dragons, chat at the bar, or get into mischief. These mini-arcs tend to go for a season or so coming back every Friday night yields its own rewards as you watch things progress. The writing in this game is witty and fun, so I found myself enjoying these segments. Not to mention, I'm a sucker for the cozy idea of an inn with a pot of stew always going over a crackling fire. If you've played Stardew Valley, the gameplay loop here should be pretty familiar. Each day you can progress with whatever activities you want. You have a hard bedtime in this game, though penalties aren't as harsh as in Stardew Valley. Each season comprises about a month of in-game time, and you have ongoing tasks and mine levels to keep you focused. When Mistria was first announced, it was the character art that first caught my attention. The character sprite art is stylistically reminiscent of certain 90s anime, such as Sailor Moon, one of my top 2 favorite anime, while the environments more closely resemble something like The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, one of my favorite games, albeit with a pastel color palette. The character design is endearing and was rightfully put front and center in the game's early marketing. As with Stardew Valley, I could go on and on about this game, but I really recommend checking it out for yourself. Whether you're a longtime cozy game or farming sim fan, looking to dip a toe into the genre, someone drawn in by the art, or just looking for something relaxing where you can lose yourself in a chill gameplay loop, at under $15, I feel it's money well spent. As I mentioned before, Fields of Mistria is heading for its 1.0 update, which will mark the game as complete. There's never been a better time to hop on board and check out what awaits in the Fields of Mistria. Thank you for loading up this Stories and Save Files quick save. Take care, and keep the magic alive.